Recorded live with little or no editing. It's Defense Up Cosmic Crucible Edition. We had some errors on stream today, so we're having Pathfinder Gaming grade my Cosmic Crucible defense. He's in here going to go over this and basically trash how pathetic my defense is. So if you guys are wondering why things are a little bit different, that's why. Pathfinder Gaming, how are you doing today?
I am fan-freaking-tastic. How are you?
I'm okay. Stream's a little bit off the rails today, and I'm trying to recover. But luckily, I've got good friends like you here to help me pick up the pieces. So my defense sucks, and I'm getting beat up in Cosmic Crucible. Nothing's holding. If I ever lose a single match, I won't win. Like, I have to full clear with 6 attacks, or I don't stand a chance. And even then, it's coming down to like 30 points. So I need something that will win without ruining my offense. So please help me out. What do you think? Let's start with team 1 in the Defender's Advantage, just base room. It's the Symbiotes. I'm actually thinking about pulling this because I might be able to use the pieces elsewhere. I don't know. I've got Scream as a skirmisher, then striker, then raider, skirmisher, and striker on my Symbiotes. What do you think of this? Is this worth putting in?
Do you ever see Black Order on defense?
Not much.
Okay, because that would be a niche use for the Symbiotes. You could take out Carnage and put in Doc Ock. Symbiotes as a defense, though, that's pretty trash.
Yeah.
Most people are going to be able to take this out easily, and it's mainly due to just the power creep stats. That's really their main problem these days.
Okay. So
but I like the ISOs for the most part. I like Scream as a skirmisher, because you need the focus to land or just strip off and land those debuffs. I also, if you use them on offense against the Black Order, I like Symbiote Spider-Man as a skirmisher as well. So just to like keep that in mind, so he can land those negative effects as well on his abilities.
Okay. I almost never use Symbiotes against Black Order. In fact, usually I do the mirror match because I seem to be incredibly proficient at mirroring the Black Order since we did that for a year. And so that's usually what I do into Black Order. And that's why I threw the Symbiotes up here. I just don't have much that I attack into them with. And so it was a filler defense since I'm trying to keep as many options available for offense as possible. But so you think I should take Carnage out of here and throw in Doc Ock? What does that do for me?
On defense, I just would probably get rid of them unless you need more for offense. My philosophy has kind of been to have one like defense team that can definitely trip people up if they don't do enough. Mm-hmm. And then the rest of them are just what I don't want to use on offense. So for me right now, that's the Darkhold. I have Darkhold on defense, and that's the one room that I hope gets me a win. And then the rest of them are just like tough rooms, but people could still beat them.
Oh, okay. All right. What kind of grade are you going to give me on this one? Because we like to grade things.
Oh, man. I think I'm going to go with a D because the Symbiotes just are way too easy to beat.
Ouch. Okay. Team number 2, also in the base room here is the Hasgard team, which I wasn't impressed with them until earlier today on stream. I had my ass handed to me against like a 600 one. I underestimated them entirely, and they just blew me up. So where should I put this? Is this a good team? What do you think?
I like this team a lot. As they get more powerful, I mean, we're talking like 800k, 900k, it can go sideways very quickly if you don't play it right. And the positive thing about the Hasgards is that they can pull Eternals often because that's the really easy counter. So if you can like pull the Eternals on your Hasgard defense, you might be able to trip somebody up somewhere else because you pulled the Eternals.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But the way you have them, like Secret Avengers could beat this. I know Bionic could beat this as well. So you kind of have to keep a lookout there too. But as you keep building them, they might pull Eternals, which would give you a bit of an advantage.
Okay. It's funny you mentioned that because I tried to do a Eternals plus Loki 3-piece into him just before we did this video and lost because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. I basically put it on auto, thinking that I would blow them out of the water, and that didn't really happen. So Yeah. So, all right. Maybe I'll touch them up a little bit more. I am noticing that at the bigger levels, they really are impactful. And I went this far, right? I went to G14 and I've got some T4s in them. Maybe I'll touch them up a little bit more. We'll see when that Scourge comes out. What's my grade for this? Is it, and is this in the right room? Do I want it in the 1 and 2 rooms?
Yeah, I would say 1 and 2 room or room 6. Room 6 would be the other option because you do have a couple of skill characters there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an A because I do think as you continue to build them up, they are a legitimate defense.
Okay.
And if they pull the Eternals and you have other defenses that can trip people up without the Eternals, it's a good defense.
Are you running Striker or Raider on the 2 new girls?
I will be honest, my Hasgards aren't built at all.
Oh,
my Thor is the only character built on this team. Actually, my Sif is Tier 14, but that was Dark Dimension 3.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid ideas back then. Valkyrie and Lady Thor both Tier 12 for me, so I don't have them built at all. I am crossing my fingers I don't need them.
Oh, okay. All right, then. I got a D and an A so far, guys. Okay. Critical Mutants. I threw in this kind of hybrid Axemen Uncanny thing that somebody recommended to me along the way, and then I haven't looked at it for a couple of weeks. I don't know if this is any good or not. It's just kind of just some leftover pieces.
This is what I have in the Critical Mutant room. Mine are a tad bigger than this. Your magic is quite a bit bigger than mine, actually. But I like this as a defense. It's going to get beat, but if people don't take in the right team or if they underestimate it, then it can really go sideways with the magic there if magic is able to like resurrect Phoenix again. But Secret Avengers can easily pick this apart. I've seen Black Orders beat this and I've seen Black Orders not beat it. So it kind of just depends on who you're playing against. But I do think this is a solid defense for this room.
Okay. And the placement's okay on this? I wasn't sure about putting magic where she's at. I thought maybe moving Bishop all the way to the outside or something.
Yeah, you could probably have like Phoenix on the opposite side of magic and have Phoenix next to Bishop. I think that would be okay. And then have Jubilee in the middle. Having magic and Phoenix on opposite sides would make a lot of sense.
I see. So it would be from right to left. It would be Phoenix, Bishop, then Jubilee, then Beast, and then over here Magic, like that?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Okay. All right. I'll probably try a placement change. What's my grade on that?
I'll give this one a B+. I think that you make a couple changes on placement, and you're off to the races.
Okay, we're moving up in the world.
One other ISO change: Jubilee should definitely be a skirmisher.
Yeah, I know. The thing is that so far in raids I haven't needed to do that, and so I'm just saving the ISOs. But yeah, she's going to change to skirmisher. That's definitely something that has to happen as you get into those higher difficulties. So I should probably just bite the bullet and do that. I've got like 4 million ions or something right now I'm sitting on, so I should probably go ahead and do that. All right, Mystic Amplification room number 4. This is the only one that has gotten me a victory in recent time, and I think it was because somebody had no idea what they were doing and completely went in with the wrong setup, and it was just a lucky win is the only thing. So again, this is one of those, I'm not using any of these characters on offense. I threw them in there because they get some of the bonuses.
I really like Morbius in this room if you have a built-up Morbius, because with White Tiger and Moon Knight, they're gonna go quickly, and then Morbius is gonna be able to apply more bleeds. So if you underestimate the room, Cloak could definitely blow you up at 7 reds. And then you could also think about throwing in like a Ghost Rider instead of Moon Knight and White Tiger potentially. You could throw in like a Ghost Rider. You could throw in Morbius. If you have Nico built, Nico's pretty niche in this room as well. I've seen that combination as well.
Really? And people don't just come in with like a Zemo to ability block Cloak and then pick the team apart. I mean, I know there's a lot of damage coming out of this, but I thought having the Red Guardian in there to open up that taunt, well, I guess Zemo would come in and strip the taunt off that puny Red Guardian anyway. So I guess that was a stupid idea, wasn't it?
And that's even if Zemo can actually ability block cloak, because you have to remember that you're getting 500% resistance in this room.
Mm-hmm.
So I've
Oh.
had, some of my biggest characters fail to apply debuffs to cloak.
I forgot all about the resistance. See, this is why I have other people come onto my stream and help me with this stuff. All right. So you're saying I should definitely get rid of Red Guardian, possibly switch out some of the other people for something like I do have a Ghost Rider I could look at. I do have a Nico I could look at, and I definitely have a Morbius I could look at. So I think I might try some of those and see what works. Other than that, are my placements, my ISOs okay?
I would still probably put cloak next to dagger, just because of that synergy with
The offense up.
cloak and dagger, and the offense up, and cloak getting the extra dodge. And then I would take Red Guardian out. He's not doing much for you here.
No, I don't think he is, now that I think about it. All right, what's my grade?
I would give you a B. Just take Red Guardian off. Put in another City Mystic. It can definitely trip people up if they don't do enough, because the damage output that they have is really high.
Mm-hmm.
And with these fast characters, they could potentially blow people up and make them lose efficiency.
Okay. All right. Cosmic Catastrophe, Room 5. I threw my Web Warriors in here. The reason I did that is because I like to go into Web Warriors with the Hex Factor, Hawkeye and X Factor team. And that almost always, I've only had it fail me once. It was a crazy amount of bad RNG that it failed on. And so that's what I like to use. And so I didn't want anybody using my own advice against me. So I threw the Web Warriors into the Cosmic Catastrophe Room. Now I find what happens is people go after this team with a Darkhold minus Heartless is what I'm seeing in my histories, which seems like overkill, but I'm still losing Cosmic Crucible matches. So I guess maybe that's not.
I think that the problem with Web Warriors in Room 5 now is that Bionic absolutely crushed them, and Bionic is not hindered at all from the Cosmic Room. So I've moved my Web Warriors out of that room, and I've since put in Darkhold into that room, which is, I mean, I know it's a little interesting to have Darkhold in there, but the only team that can really take advantage of crushing the Darkhold in Room 5 is Unlimited. And if they don't have Unlimited on defense, then they're going to have their own Darkhold to take care of it, and it can still go sideways on them. So because the Bionic are here now, you're going to get a lot more people using them, and they're just going to crush Web Warriors in Room 5. So you might as well have them get crushed in Room 1 or 2.
Okay, so probably when I take out the Symbiotes, replace them with these spiders instead. And we're okay with placement, with ISOs. I know everybody hates me for using healer on Scarlet Spider, but I really like it. I don't want to change it.
Yeah, I would say, in terms of ISO, you could actually think about changing Punk to a striker too. I've really actually enjoyed Punk as striker, especially when he gets to his basic. It may not matter much in Cosmic Crucible, but I've since changed him to striker, and I'm really enjoying it.
Okay, I'll give it a look. What's my grade?
Get them out of this room, and the grade is, like B+. I mean, it's an RNG team, but Bionic just crushes them.
Okay. And finally, room number 6, the skilled batteries room. I added Zemo in here, and I put my skilled characters to the outside, trying to give some energy into Squirrel Girl and Kate Bishop. Just trying to make some things happen here with the whole skill battery thing going on, and took America Chavez out since she doesn't give that 25% turn meter on spawn in here. I know she does give a big health boost to the team, so maybe I should bring her back. I don't know. Again, I just kind of threw stuff in on this Cosmic Crucible defense and trying out stuff other people are trying, and I'm not having any luck with any of mine.
If you want to keep this room the way it is, I would actually flip-flop Zemo and Echo, because Zemo is going to go first, and that's going to give Squirrel Girl the energy, and that will make her use her ult first instead of her special, which can actually change the match pretty drastically, because it not only gives the heal block and the offense down, but it saves the heal for the second turn after you've done damage to them.
Okay. I'll flip them around. I don't tend to use YA on offense. I know a lot of people do, but I'm just not comfortable with those attacks. I haven't practiced them a lot, and I never liked it when I tried. So that's why I threw them in here, because I stumble over the YA team on defense all the time, and I'm hoping that people make the same mistakes that I did, and then I just add a little something to it. But I'll flip those around and see what I can do. What's the grade for this team as is?
I would say probably like a B.
Yeah.
I don't love the team here, I think that it could definitely be better. I like running the Doom Wakanda team in this room to give Doom the first turn ult.
Ooh.
But if you like having your Young Avengers on defense, you could definitely do this. I think you could also throw in Shang-Chi here too.
Mm-hmm.
Shang-Chi would be a pretty viable choice over Zemo as well. Zemo kind of is tricky because if he ability blocks the right person, the match could go in your favor, but it's kind of a lot.
A 1 in 5
What needs
chance.
to happen there. And then Kate Bishop, I like Kate as a skirmisher actually to strip everything off, more regularly apply blinds and all of that. So those would be a couple changes you could make.
Yeah, we've been talking about in previous Defense Up videos about switching Kate Bishop to a skirmisher, and I am more and more thinking that's the way to go with these ridiculous resistance numbers that are coming out. So I think I'll do that. I will. First, I'm going to flip-flop Echo and Zemo and see if that gets me anywhere. Definitely going to change the ISO on Kate Bishop. And then I do like the sound of putting the Doom Wakandans in here. That sounds pretty fun because I'm not really using my Wakandans either. And I did have them in room 5, but that kind of got old and stale. So I tried the Web Warriors. That's obviously a bad idea. So, all right. Well, I appreciate that. This is going to give me some great advice, and I'll make these changes. And hopefully I can start winning in Cosmic Crucible again, because I've actually been trying. And I will make the last round, it was like a simple RNG failure. And then just recently I tried that Weapon X with Emma into the Unlimited and found out that there's a T4 issue with that move. So you don't want to do that. And just had some unfortunate loss. And that one loss has been killing me. That's what it's been. So if my defense could catch somebody off, maybe it even the playing field for my sloppy offensive skills.
Yeah, I would definitely, consider removing Symbiotes and putting just one really tough defense, like something that they really have to throw the kitchen sink at it. That's kind of what I've leaned into the last week or so, and I think I'm 4-2. I mean, it's not the best, but it's not the worst.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me. Thank you for grading my team, and you weren't all that harsh on me. I mean, I don't know. I thought that Symbiotes as a D was kind of rough, but whatever. You're just not a Symbiote fan, I guess. So everybody, this is Pathfinder Gaming joining me for this. I'll put his links in the description if you want to check out his content. He makes some great videos, walkthroughs, all sorts of good stuff. You've had some videos hit some high numbers lately, Pathfinder. I've been looking through your portfolio there.
Yeah, really blessed. Really appreciate all of the support.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Remember, guys, don't just have a good game. Be good to yourself and others too. And we'll see you next time. Bye.